Okay, picture this. You're starting your day with something that looks, totally harmless, but it's secretly sending your blood sugar through the roof. What if that breakfast you think is kicking your day off right is actually, well, making everything harder? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on 9 super common breakfast foods that might just be sabotaging your health goals.
So really, is your breakfast secretly harming you? I mean, it's a serious question, right? Because millions of us are grabbing these foods every single morning just thinking, hey, it's quick, it's easy, but what's really going on under the surface? Our bodies could be paying a steep price. We're talking major blood sugar spikes and even worsening insulin resistance.
And that really sets the stage for what we're digging into today. There's this great line from the source material that just nails it. What you eat in the morning could be quietly controlling your health. Wow. And that's especially true first thing in the morning when your body is most sensitive to those big glucose spikes. All right, let's get into it. All right, first up, we've got a group I like to call the refined carb culprits. Now, these are the foods that seem so basic, almost boring, But they all share this one hidden trigger, these super fast-acting refined carbs that just slam into your system like a ton of bricks.
And our first culprit? Oh, it's a classic. Plain old white toast with butter. I mean, it looks so harmless, right? But it's actually a huge hidden trigger. And that refined starch, it starts turning into pure glucose literally the second it hits your tongue. It's that fast.
And here's the first piece of hard evidence for you. The glycemic index of white toast is a whopping 73. Now, what does that mean? It means it pushes sugar into your blood so fast that your insulin often just can't keep up, especially right at the start of your day.
So check this out. This is where it gets really interesting. We're talking about the specific damage report. Just one slice can spike your post-meal glucose by almost 38%. Over time, that forces your pancreas into overdrive, which just cranks up insulin resistance. But wait, there's more. The butter adds saturated fat, and that can actually make your cell membranes, well, kind of stiff, making it even harder for glucose to get where it needs to go. The whole combo just puts a huge strain on your kidneys and ramps up something called oxidative stress, which is basically damage happening at a cellular level all through your body. Crazy, right?
Okay, let's move on to our next culprit. This one is another morning staple for so many people, the bagel with cream cheese. Now, just like the toast, it seems simple enough, but that super dense, refined white flour packs away a way bigger carbohydrate wallop, and it has almost zero fiber to slow any of it down. And this visual just says it all, doesn't it? A typical medium bagel can slam you with 48 grams of fast-digesting carbs compared to a measly 2 grams of fiber. It's that insane imbalance that just lets sugar flood your bloodstream like a broken dam. We're talking a post-meal glucose spike of up to 44%. That is some serious strain on your system. All right, let's move on to our next category. And this is where things get, well, a little sneaky. I call these the deceptively healthy traps. These are the foods that are practically screaming, "I'm good for you" from the grocery store aisle. But when you actually look a little closer, you find they're hiding some pretty big secrets. And first on our list of traps, the flavored oatmeal packet. You know the one. It looks healthy. It feels healthy. The box is probably covered in words like healthy and wholesome. But the reality is, these instant packets are usually loaded with hidden sugars and super processed refined oats, which behave completely differently in your body than, say, old-fashioned steel-cut oats. And you can see the problem crystal clear right here. Just one of those little packets can have 12 grams of added sugar, which totally cancels out the tiny 3 grams of fiber it has. Without that fiber to act as the brakes, that glucose just hits your blood like a freight train. And the added sugar, it just fuels the fire, telling your liver to produce even more glucose and making your blood vessels less flexible over time. Not good. Now this one is a real shocker for a lot of folks. Those little sweetened yogurt cups. I mean, yogurt is supposed to be a health food, right? And hey, plain yogurt is great. But the sweetened ones, they create this really unique problem. You've got the lactose, that's the natural sugar in milk, and then they dump a ton of added sugar on top of it. This 1-2 punch just completely confuses your pancreas, causing it to release insulin all over the place. Okay, on to our final category. And folks, this is what I call the fat and sugar combos. This is where we get into some real double trouble. These foods deliver a devastating 1-2 punch of unhealthy fats and high glycemic carbs all at once, creating a seriously stressful situation for your body. And our first compound defender is French toast. It might look like a cozy, comforting breakfast, but its danger is literally built in layers.
Every single step in making it adds another hit to your blood sugar, which is what makes it so uniquely bad.
So let's walk through how this danger gets built. Step 1, you start with refined white bread. Bad start. Step 2, you soak it in a batter made with milk and sugar, so you're adding more sugar. Step 3, you fry it. This creates these nasty compounds called AGEs, which basically make your cells stiff and more insulin resistant. And then the grand finale, you drown it in syrup, just another layer of pure liquid sugar. See? Each step just makes the whole thing worse and worse.
And you know what? French toast is not alone here. It's got plenty of friends in this category. Think about that giant muffin from the coffee shop. Let's be real, it's just cake, with over 20 grams of sugar plus bad fats. Or what about croissants? That's just refined flour combined with a massive hit of butterfat. So many breakfast cereals are nothing more than a delivery system for refined flour and a ton of sugar. And of course, pancakes. That's the trifecta of refined flour, milk, and syrup. They all follow the exact same dangerous blueprint.
And when you look at the numbers side by side like this, the danger just becomes so clear. I mean, look at that. The ingredients are a little different, but the end result? It's shockingly similar. Yeah, French toast is at the top with a 38% glucose spike. But muffins, croissants, cereals, they're all right there behind it. Every single one of them puts this huge, immediate stress on your body's ability to handle sugar.
Okay, so after seeing all of that, I know it can feel a little bit discouraging. But listen, the point here isn't to scare you, it's to empower you. So now it's time for your morning mission, should you choose to accept it, to take back control of your breakfast, and with it, your health.
So here's your mission briefing. These are the big takeaways, the simple rules to live by. Rule 1, ditch the refined white flour and processed grains. Rule 2, always choose plain yogurt and plain oats. You can add your own fruit. Rule 3, watch out for saturated and trans fats at breakfast. And maybe the most important rule of all, if you're gonna have carbs, make sure you pair them with protein and fiber. That's your defense system to slow down that sugar rush.
And all of this brings us to the final, and honestly the most important question. Now that you know about the hidden dangers lurking in so many common breakfasts, the power is officially in your hands. So I've got to ask, what's going to be on your plate tomorrow?